At the end of the video, I will tell you about a success mantra that will help you go through the MBBS with breeze. And that is, ये क्लिनिकल पोस्टिंग का क्या सीन है? Is MBBS really difficult? सीनियर्स का कुछ काम भी है क्या? भाई इतना सब कुछ याद कैसे रहेगा? As we enter into MBBS, a new life starts for us, and it starts with 100 of questions and thousands of dreams. I am Abhijit, a soon-to-be final year MBBS student of GMC Nagpur. If I pass, that is.
जली ना तेरी भी जली.
With the little experience that I gained in the past few years, I am here to help you, the future doctors, with all these and many more doubts that you will face in the first year. At the end of the video, I will tell you about a success mantra that will help you go through the MBBS with breeze. And that is becoming a bamboo shoot. More about it later in the video. There is a huge misconception that you need motivation to get started. It is wrong. To get motivation, you need to start. So let's get started with the things that you should know in the first year of MBBS. Marks are just numbers. In your school days, you would get 80, 90, 100% in your semesters and school exams. But after coming into MBBS, in the first semester itself, you will get 50, 60, maybe 70%. You will feel like you have lost your spark. You will say, भाई MBBS में आके दिमाग कम हो गया क्या? You will feel lost. Doubting yourself, and that is something that you should never do in MBBS. Doubting yourself is normal. Letting it affect you is your choice. You are in MBBS among the top students of the country or maybe the world. There is such a vast syllabus that covering it is next to impossible. So of course, getting a little low marks is normal. Plus, you are going through so many changes. New syllabus, new college, new friends, maybe new hometown, a new outlook towards life. This transition is not easy. On the top of that, reading in MBBS itself is not easy. We are studying about the human body after all. But all of it becomes easier if you will believe in yourself and the knowledge that you gain. I'm here to tell you about how you can improve your marks in first year itself. How? That's where your friends come to play the part. Compete, don't compare. I know in the NEET exam it was a cutthroat competition. Every mark, every negative mark mattered. Studying better than your friends, better than your peers was the only way to get this seat in MBBS college. But now that you have entered the MBBS college, all of it has changed. Don't compare your life to others. Sun and moon cannot be compared. They shine when it's their own time. Getting into MBBS, you will notice that some of your friends are better at anatomy, some of your friends can do better physiology, some are great at doing biochemistry, and an exceptional few are great at everything they do. And that's very normal. It's their own hard work playing their part. You will gain nothing by comparing yourself with them. So how to improve in MBBS? The best way is to get help from friends. Ask them about studies. Ask them if you have doubt in a particular chapter. If you know any chapter better than them, just try and teach them. The MBBS syllabus is a little too big to remember all by yourself. You need others. You need to take help from your friends. The way to do it is that you can try and ask a friend to read one chapter from the standard books. You can read other chapter and then you can explain it to one another. That way you can complete the book in half the time. I do know that competition itself is the source of our growth. We grow by comparing ourselves with the others. But there is a difference between a rival and an enemy. Rivals compete with each other and help each other grow. On the other hand, enemies are always trying to pull their leg and make them fall. Healthy competition is good. You need to grow up with your friends. That's all. Memory and understanding. A memory or a thought is made when the cells from the different areas of the brain are fired at the exact same moment. When this happens, a pattern of electrical activity of cells is frozen in time in our brain, and that makes a memory. To activate that memory or thought means to call out that exact same pattern of cells. If you remember part of the memory, that means you remember part of the pattern. How is it connected to MBBS? As I said, the syllabus is a little too big. You cannot remember all the patterns of the neurons that are formed while you read the textbooks. Basically, I'm saying you cannot remember everything unless you are a genius. When you were in NEET, you had a habit of learning every line of NCERT, every line of the notes that you had. But that cannot work in MBBS. In MBBS, you need to work smart. Forget the old habit of learning and try something new. Understand the concept. Imagine the organ and the process. You can use a few things to remember like regular revisions, mnemonics, Anki flashcards, etc. The best way would be to form a visual working memory of how practically things are applied so it stays in your mind for a longer time. Performance follows efforts. In MBBS, you cannot get gold medal by working overnight for success. You need to be consistent at the work that you do. Of course, I know you studied for 2 years just to pass a MCQ exam that is NEET. So shifting towards theory exams of college is a bit difficult. On top of that, if you go by the standards, you need to read 14 textbooks in the first year itself. Revisions seem impossible. So how exactly should we study in the first year? Step 1. Attend all the lectures and if possible take down the notes. Step 2. Come back to your room and read that topic from a standard book. Step 3. Go through the same topic in the Basidia app and see the frequently asked questions. Remember them in there itself. Step 4. Solve MCQs to solidify your concepts. I have mentioned Basidia app in my previous videos as well. This app has already marked important university exam questions according to their frequency. So you won't need to go through the hassle of finding the previous year question papers and doing it yourself. Writing an exam is an art in itself. To know the keywords that examiners are looking for, what diagrams to draw, and to refer to the multiple sources to find the important topics to write in that answer. So Basidia has done all of it for you already. I use it to find answers to difficult questions in my university exam. Nowadays I am using it for my practical exam and Viva questions as well. To make learning more fun, I solve MCQs with my friend by the Together section of the app. This way I can know my weaknesses and revise it again. You can try that app, and if you use my code Sunday10 you will get a 10% off. Why Sunday? Because that's the favorite day of my week. Sunday 10, the link is in the description. Coming to the next point. iPads, laptops, bikes, all these expensive things. Are they necessary? Here I'd like to tell you about something that Anuj once told me. The need versus want principle.
Work on the need versus want principle before buying anything other than food stuff, etc. Think about it. Do you really need it or do you just want it? People earn a lot, people spend a lot, they are zero.
Let's take an example of this MacBook. Of course, everyone wants a MacBook because it looks cool and it is super powerful. But does everyone need it? For me, the MacBook is used mainly for editing the video. For you, it may be of no use. You can just make do with an iPad for taking notes. At the same time, if you live in hostel or if you don't have anywhere to go, you can just make do with a scooty or cycle rather than a bike. I'm sure you're getting my point. It's the need versus the want. You need to think logically before spending your money on the expensive things, especially if you are in first year. Our parents try and gift us everything because we are going to become doctors and we are going to maybe fulfill their dreams. But my suggestion is that don't spend everything in the first year itself. Try going through the year and learning new things. Maybe you won't need the bike and maybe you'll need the iPad. Maybe you won't need the iPad and maybe you'll need something else. By the time you are in second year, you will know that this is your hobby and this is something that you need. By the time you come to second year, you will have a better sense of management of money and a better sense of what you need rather than what you want. You can buy everything that time. Also a side suggestion. Now that you are in MBBS and if you have some free time, try and learn about business opportunities. It may be handy in the future. Life outside MBBS. All that spending, all the money brings us to the life outside MBBS, that is our hobbies. During the NEET exam preparation, most of us had to sacrifice a lot of our likes and dislikes because NEET was a make and break exam of our career after all. But now that you are in MBBS, you can cherish all of them. You love to dance, you can go to the dance club. You love music, the music society is waiting for you. Some drama, the cultural club is waiting. Maybe books, book club, quizzes, quiz club. I mean to say, you should go and perceive your hobbies in MBBS. You can devote your time, efforts and skills into cherishing the hobby and making it better. It's a good way to remove your stress from the brain, and if you get especially better at it, you can actually monetize the hobby and earn some money. Maybe you can participate in some competitions and increase your connections with the seniors and other teachers. Maybe you can get a social media following. Everyone needs a little bit of fame, right? How your life is more important than how it looks. So make sure you cherish your hobbies and have fun. Developing strong relationships with seniors. When I entered MBBS on the first day of the college itself, my seniors came to the lecture hall and advised us about the books, what to wear, our shoes, our behavior and all the things that are needed. To be honest, I was a little intimidated by them first, and of course I was frightened by them because they are seniors after all. But slowly and surely I tried getting closer to them, and now those seniors are one of the bestest friends that I have got. The seniors that we have went through the same experience that we did, so they know the little tips and tricks that will make our life better. They know about the important questions in studies, they know about how to cope up with the stress They know about the number of the best mess in the town and a lot other things that you will need. So make sure you talk to the seniors and try to be friendly with them. You can open up about your problems, about the mental stress, and they will be the biggest supporters and motivators for you. You can go to parties with them, go to eat outside for dinners, and a lot of fun. Seniors are like our big brothers and sisters. So of course they will scold us a little from time to time, but it is for our own good. Don't mind them much and try to improve your habits when they ask you to. Do it for your own good and you will thank yourself for doing it. Shadowing a doctor. My clinical posting started in second year, but for most of the new batches, the clinical posting is going to start in first year itself. And in the first few postings, we are very clueless. We don't know the books, we don't know what to read, we just go on aimlessly in the ward looking around and finding nothing. Make sure you find some doctor and follow him throughout his rounds or maybe throughout the patient checkup. Don't ask questions to the doctor then and there itself. Just stay a little away and observe what he is doing, how he builds a rapport with the patient, how he talks to the patient, how he does the clinical examination, the way he walks, the way he stands, the way he notes everything. Observe it. Make sure that you note down the questions that you have and ask about it later when he or she is free. This little observation will bring about minuscule changes in your behavior and will make you into a great doctor in the future. That's how we learn about the clinical skills, don't we? So shadow your doctor and learn things by observation. Have a wider perspective. By going into MBBS, by becoming a doctor, our primary goal is the health of the society and humans as a whole. But other than the patients, there are so many things that you can do to serve the society. Doing research, social medicine, maybe become IAS or IPS officers, some business, artists, politicians, and so much more. Going into MBBS is not just about becoming a doctor. It's about developing your skills so that you can use the knowledge that you have for the society. You need to find a dream, a goal, a target that you want to achieve. You need to find a suitable guide that will help you do the same. You need to get a much wider perspective that in MBBS you can do a lot more things than becoming a doctor. Of course, you can do it as a side hobby or as a main business. That's your choice. Nothing is impossible. You only lose when you stop trying. So dream big and work for it. Final thoughts. So what is all this about a bamboo shoot and stuff? For studies, doing business, learning guitar, writing books, anything. Success cannot be achieved overnight. The day you plant the seed is not the day that you eat the fruit. Same goes for MBBS. It is a test of patience and perseverance. You need to be like a bamboo. Bamboo can be barely seen in the first 5 years as it builds extensive roots underground. Then it explodes 90 feet into the air within 6 weeks. My point is, you need to work hard and work smart. It takes time, it takes efforts, but definitely you will shoot up higher than ever before. You have the potential stored inside you. It gets unlocked when you level up. You will have good days, bad days, overwhelming days, too tiring days, I am awesome days. And every day you will show up to the college and you will enjoy the life in MBBS. It's okay to be discouraged by slow progress. Slow progress, however, is still progress. It's okay to have your moments when you just want to give up because it is too difficult. But I promise that it's worth it. Your efforts now will surely pay you back in the future. Do not give up. Keep going, keep pushing through for a brighter future. As you watch this video, you may have learnt absolutely nothing, but some minor adjustments were made in the neurons of your brain, and that will make your life easier in the future. If this video was worth your time, if I filled you up even with a little bit of positivity, then all the hours that I spent making this video were worth it. As a reward for this hard work, please subscribe to me and share this video to as many people as possible. What more do you want in my channel? Is there any way that I can improve my videos and content? Please let me know in the comment section. Of course, you can message me on Instagram as well. Let's keep moving forwards by tiny improvements every day and we will be unstoppable. This is Abhijit signing out. Happy studying!